Well, you can call it a bureaucratic blunder or a Washington blooper.
But can you imagine Times Square without all of these billboards? Well, now there's a push to remove them. And it has some people asking, whose bright idea was this? TV 1055's political reporter Marcia Kramer explains.
It's known as the crossroads of the world, the center of the universe, and the Great White Way. But Times Square could become like the black hole of Calcutta if the federal government has its way. The feds say many of Times Square's huge and neon-lit billboards must come down, or the city will lose about $90 million in federal highway money.
We're going to let outsiders who sit in a cramped room and have nothing to do with our city as far as partaking in it on an everyday basis change something that means something to the whole entire world. That makes total sense, just like everything else the federal government does.
The edict comes from a 2012 law that makes Times Square an arterial route to the National Highway System, and that puts it under the 1965 Highway Beautification Act, which limits signs to 1,200 square feet. It took the feds until now to realize that Times Square was included.
I love the signs. I think they're just fantastic, and they're a part of New York, and it would be really, really bad for New York if they were down.
New York residents and tourists alike say highway beautification shouldn't apply to Times Square, where the innovative in-your-face billboards personify New York City itself. New York City Transportation Commissioner Polly Trachtenberg agrees.
The signs in Times Square are wonderful. They're iconic. They're a global tourist attraction. They're important for the economy.
She says she's not going to let it happen.
We're not going to be taking down the billboards in Times Square. We're going to work with the federal government and the state and find a solution.
There are some who say that if the feds really want to beautify Times Square, they might try getting rid of some of these Elmos. In Times Square, Marcia Kramer, TV 1055.
Those costumed characters always around. The DOT says among the options the city is considering is possibly getting an exemption from the federal government.
Or Mickey and Minnie just standing there, yeah.
Some form of Mickey and Minnie.
Whatever, yeah.
Still